In this video, I'm going to show you an outreach agent that I built for med spa businesses, and then I'm going to show you exactly why a business owner would pay you to build something like this for them. So follow-up is the most overlooked revenue lever in any business. A prospect doesn't wait to hear back. They just book with whoever responds first. In the med spa industry alone, industry data reports clinics losing an estimated $700,000 a year for missed and slow follow-up opportunities. And this outreach agent solves that problem directly. So I'm going to go ahead and show you the demo. But before we jump in, I like to show a workflow of what's happening. So at the top in the first stage of this agentic workflow, we have the prospect list that contains the name, the company, the title of the prospect, and the location. So for our purposes, we are a AI consultant, and we're going to be reaching out to med spa owners and showing them what the power of an outreach agent could look like. So if you are consulting for an industry, you would go to a service like Zoom Info that can generate prospect lists for you. Those are business contacts that you can reach out to and email or contact via phone or phone call. And you could say, hey, these are my services. Are you interested? So we're going to go through that exercise here using real med spa businesses. So I have generated, with the help of Perplexity, 10 businesses, med spa businesses based in Miami that may be interested in an outreach flow. And I'm going to use the outreach agent to demonstrate the value that we can provide. So what we're going to do is we'll have a CSV file that Perplexity came up with that contains the name of the med spa owner, the name of their company, their title in the company, and the location. Perplexity will then use this list, this prospect list, to learn more about that prospect to help drive personal emails to that, draft personal emails to that prospect. So it'll, do some deep research, and we can kind of fine tune like what pieces of information will be relevant to send the perfect personalized email sequence for that prospect. And once that is complete, once Perplexity has finished their research, we'll use a autonomous tool like Claude to help draft a personalized 3-email sequence. So the first email will just be like the feeler. If they don't respond, then we'll see the follow-up sequence. And if they don't respond to that, there'll be a final follow-up. But it's just all showing the process of how we would autonomously send out personalized emails to that prospect. And once this is complete, we'll have all of the draft emails and information in a Google Sheet. This is what that sheet will look like. It'll have the prospect's name, the title, company, location, research notes that Perplexity found, a draft of the subject, the body for each email. There'll be 3 emails, and the status of each. And all of that will be funneled into a dashboard that I'll get to shortly. So once the agent has finished stage 1, we don't want the agent to send the emails. We want there to be a review process. And this is something that is key for business owners. They don't want the AI to be sending out emails without their approval. So we're going to have a human in the loop stage for our workflow, and that stage will be controlled with a dashboard. And this dashboard, and you'll see it populated in a second once I run everything, the first stage. This dashboard will allow the business owner to see exactly what the AI is sending. They can make any edits to the subject or the body of that email, and they can also control the timing between follow-ups, so they can see the cadence of what an email would look like. And there will also be a demo side to this. So if they select demo and hit save cadence, the demo will be sent to their email so they can see what exactly the prospect will get before it gets sent. And if it's in production, then it can be sent to the real prospect. So remember, we're sending this to med spa owners. For the purposes of this demo, I'm just going to send it to my own inbox so you can see it. And you can do something similar. So when you're demoing this to a business owner, they can see an example of what your work will look like, and it'll be sent to your email address. So I'm going to go ahead and run this for the stage one. And I built all of this in Claude Code. And the only command that I'll be using in Claude Code is to basically say run stage one. So I'm going to show that to you right now. So I have this in auto mode. Typically I would have this in ask before edits, but for the purposes of this demo, and I've already tested this, I know that this will run correctly. So I'm just going to say, okay, run stage one of the outreach agent. My files are in this folder, and if there's any questions, just move forward and report back when you're done. Okay. So it's running. While that's running, we can take a look more at this flow. So all of this in stage one will be run autonomously. Like I said, we'll be providing the prospect list. In this case, it'll be med spa owners. Perplexity is going to be handling the research. Anthropic Claude will be drafting the emails based on the research of the prospect. And Google will be in charge of storing the information of stage one. Just so you know that in this demo, I'm using Google Sheets, but it could also be any CRM, such as like ClickUp, Monday. You could have this be sent to Slack. Wherever you want that information to be sent to, it's all modular and can be customized for that prospect or for that client. And once again, this review stage is really critical. It shows that you're not only thinking about the overall workflow, but you're also thinking about the owner who would love to have more control in what gets sent to their prospect list. So it's really neat that they have a chance to review it. And it's not just going to be reviewed in Google spreadsheets, it's going to be reviewed in this dashboard. So as we can see here, the Google Sheets is populating. So this means our agent is working. As you recall earlier, it was empty, and now we see that our agent did some research on LinkedIn, and it found all of these research notes, and those research notes were used to populate our email body. So let's take a look at the dashboard, and let's refresh this. Okay, so it's loading, and as you can see, there are 5 prospects so far that it has gone through our prospect list. I believe it's around 10 to 15, so it's still running, but we can already see the power of what it has produced. So it's produced some email sequences for the prospects of our list. Remember, it is a med spa owner, so this is a real med spa owner that our system has done research on and provided real email sequences to reach out to them. And yeah, these are like Calendly links that I provided it context with. This is the name of my automation business. As you can see, it generated these emails, an initial, a follow-up, and a second follow-up. And this is great. And if I wanted to change anything, or if I want to show the power to the med spa owner that I'm speaking to and saying, hey, like, you know, if you don't like this, like if you don't like the format, you can always update this. You can remove all the hyphens. You can update this to whatever you want it to be. If you want to switch out the link, you can do that as well. Or if you want someone on your marketing team to go in and make any tiny edits before you approve them, you can do that as well. And you can see how quickly it is to just, you know, make that change and save it. So this is great. Let me go back to our Google Sheets to see. Yeah. It looks like all 10 are done, and I'm just going to confirm with Claude Code. Looks like it's still running, but I think for the most part this is complete. Let's refresh this list. So it loaded 10 prospects, which is great. And yeah, this is amazing. So we have completed stage one. Essentially, all of the email sequences have been drafted. We were able to edit the drafts that the system came up with, and we're now sitting in the human in the loop stage of this whole system. So as a part of this, the next step will be the sending stage. So from this dashboard, our stakeholder can just approve the sequence for it to be sent, and it'll start that process. And for this demo, I'm sending it to my own email address, but you can quickly swap that out and send that to real prospects that you're interested in contacting to let them know that you have services that can help their business. So I'm going to go ahead and demo that process as well. So as you can see, I have a sequence that I've read through, and I'm like, you know what? I'm ready to just approve this and send it. So there's like the approval process. I approved one. Let's look through another. I'm just going to do 2 for this demo. Let's say this looks good. I'm going to approve it. And there's also another stage here that is send approved emails. So that's great. And once again, and pretty clear that this is for the demo. So I'm going to send the first initial one immediately. And these follow-up emails will happen in 1-minute intervals for the demo purposes. So I'm just going to say 1 minute, 1 minute, and we're going to save. And now that I have these approved, the dashboard shows approved, which is great. We're going to send them. And it's also giving you confirmation. I think the business owner will really love this confirmation step that shows that, hey, this is an intentional, you're about to approve this. This wasn't done accidentally. And for this demo, it's just going straight to my inbox. So I'm going to hit OK. We see the status change to sending, which is really neat. It just gives them real feedback along the way. And we now see the status of sending here. So this is really neat to see this in real time. And once this has been sent, you'll see it in my inbox, and we'll get to that once it gets sent out. So while it's sending those emails to my inbox, I just want to talk a little bit more about the second stage of sending. So, for this demo, I'm keeping it very simple. I'm only using 10 prospects. But if you're reaching out to thousands or hundreds of thousands, you can swap out that the Google infrastructure for something more scalable, such as like SendGrid. If we were doing text messages, we would use Twilio. There's so many different tools out there that have really good deliverability metrics, because that's going to be important to your business owner that you're speaking to. And it looks like the email sent, because I see an increase in the numbers here. So yeah, the system is very modular and customizable. So when you're speaking to a prospect or a prospective client, you can let them know that everything is built to scale and it's built to be customized. So you can, they can be at ease when working with you to get the job done. Okay, so let's take a look at our dashboard. Let's refresh it. Okay, so it's basically saying that the sequences are still sending, but my guess is that the initial emails have sent. And yep, so the initial email sent to my inbox, which is great. The subject line made it, the body is there, and our booking link is also there. So this is great stuff. Clear call to action here. Yeah, this is great. Okay, so we're gonna go back to our inbox, and as you can see, the follow-up was there. The follow-up's subject line is here. The follow-up's body is there. This looks good. Once again, the call to action is there. This is great. And yeah, the dashboard reflects that the email sequence are still sending out to our prospective clients. So all in all, this is really great. It's shown that it finished sending the sequence for this med spa owner, and it's still sending for the second one, and the others are still pending for stakeholder approval. This is showing the power of agentic workflows in the med spa industry. And I think you can apply this to any industry that is looking to focus on their follow-up efforts in order to save revenues. And yeah, this is great. So as you can see here, this is the final email of the sequence, and it made it. So this is great. Once again, it kind of demonstrates that the follow-up system works if there's no response. And yeah, this is something that I recently built for conversations with business owners, and I just wanted to share it with you all. And once again, just a recap, we have like a two-stage approach where we use the prospect list to do some research and draft the emails, save it to the Google spreadsheet. Nothing gets sent without approval, so we have this review stage here as well with a nice, pretty clean dashboard that shows the statuses of our sequences. And you know, businesses love seeing dashboards that kind of show a clear progression from pending to sent. And yeah, the agent did the research, it wrote the copy, and it waited for approval. And the business owner still has the ability to edit those emails. And yeah, nothing was sent without a human decision. So this is great. And what you just saw solves a real expensive problem for business owners. And you're not pitching a concept, you're demoing live what with their actual prospects. And, you know, for the med spa industry alone, you know, one recovered client could be worth, you know, thousands of dollars in lifetime value. So this system runs 24/7. It doesn't miss a follow-up. And, you know, as a consultant, you're not just selling the automation, but you're selling like recovered revenue with a number that they can clearly see. So this is just one niche. You know, you could apply this to law firms, real estate, dental, any businesses where the speed to lead determines who wins the client. And if you want to learn how to build something like this for yourself, DM me or comment below. I would love to show you how to do it. Yeah, let's chat.